Greetings, welcome to Jashwa Stories, your guide to unraveling the profound wisdom of ancient scriptures and their relevance in our day-to-day lives. Here, we delve into the mystic depths of spiritual texts, shedding light on their intricate meanings and weave them seamlessly into the fabric of our modern world. You can look forward to profound insights, enlightening discussions, and thought-provoking interpretations. So sit back, open your minds, and prepare to embark on a journey of wisdom and self-discovery. Today, we dive into the deep wisdom of the Bhagavad Gita. The Bhagavad Gita, a sacred Indian scripture, offers timeless wisdom. We focus on the first sloka today. This epic, part of the great Indian Mahabharata, is a conversation between Prince Arjuna and the god Krishna, who serves as his charioteer. It is a profound philosophical dialogue encompassing every shade of human experience and emotion. The sloka we delve into today is Dhritarashtra Uvacha Dharma Kshetra Kurukshetra Samaveta Yuyutsava Mamaka Pandavaschaiva Kimakurvata Sanjaya. This verse, the opening of the Bhagavad Gita, is a question posed by Dhritarashtra, the blind king, to his minister Sanjaya. The king, in anticipation and anxiety, asks what his sons and the sons of Pandu are doing on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, a place of righteousness. This sloka sets the stage for the entire discourse that follows. It's not just about a physical war, but signifies the eternal battle within us between the forces of good and evil. Let's unravel its profound meaning. This sloka is a conversation between Dhritarashtra and Sanjaya, set on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. Let's break it down word by word, shall we? The sloka begins with Dhritarashtra Uvacha, which translates to Dhritarashtra Sayyid. Here, Dhritarashtra, the blind king, is seeking information about the war from his charioteer, Sanjaya. The next phrase, Dharmakshetre Kurukshetre, refers to the location of the discourse, the battlefield of Kurukshetra. Dharmakshetra translates to the field of righteousness or duty, and Kurukshetra is the specific name of the battlefield, the land of the Kuru clan. Samaveta Yuyutsava follows next, with Samaveta meaning assembled and Yuyutsava translating to those desiring to fight. Together, they signify that the warriors are gathered on the battlefield, ready for combat. The sloka then goes on to say, Mamaka Pandavaschaiva, where Mamaka refers to Dhritarashtra's sons, the Kauravas, and Pandavaschaiva to the Pandavas, the cousins of the Kauravas. The phrase depicts both parties in the impending war. Finally, Kimakurvata Sanjaya translates to, what did they do, Sanjaya? Here, Dhritarashtra is asking Sanjaya about the actions of both sides on the battlefield. So, to encapsulate the entire sloka, Dhritarashtra, in his blindness, is seeking insight into the actions of both his sons and the Pandavas on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, a place symbolizing duty and righteousness. Remember, this sloka, while literally depicting a historical event, is also rich with metaphorical significance. The battlefield of Kurukshetra is not just a physical location, but a metaphor for the moral dilemmas we face daily. It's a symbolic representation of the internal conflict within us, the constant battle between our duties and desires, between what's right and what's easy. And with that, we conclude our breakdown of this profound sloka. But stick around, because in the next scenes, we'll be delving into how this ancient wisdom applies to our modern world. Now let's bring this ancient wisdom to our modern world. Imagine you're stuck in a traffic jam, fuming with impatience. The sloka teaches us to view this as a kshetra, a field of action. Instead of succumbing to frustration, we can use this time to reflect, plan our day, or simply breathe and find calm amidst the chaos. Next, let's consider a workplace scenario. You're facing a tough deadline and the pressure is mounting. The sloka's wisdom urges us to see this challenge as a Kurukshetra, a field of duty. Rather than being overwhelmed, we can approach it with a sense of duty and commitment, focusing on the task at hand without fretting about the outcome. Now, picture a moment of conflict in your personal relationships. The sloka reminds us that everyone involved has their own perspectives and desires, just like the Pandavas and the Kauravas. Instead of getting entangled in the drama, We can strive for understanding and empathy, creating a space for resolution. Moving on to a societal context, think of the ongoing debates around climate change. The Sloka's message is clear here too. Our world is our Dharma Kshetra, our field of righteousness. We all have a role to play in its preservation, not out of fear or guilt, but out of a deep sense of responsibility and love for our planet. Lastly, consider a situation where you're faced with a moral dilemma. The Sloka guides us to remember our Dharma, our inner sense of right and wrong. When we're torn between choices, it urges us to listen to our conscience, to choose the path that aligns with our values, even if it's the harder one. As you see, this Sloka's wisdom can guide us in our daily lives. So the next time you find yourself in a challenging situation, remember the teachings of the Bhagavad Gita. Allow its wisdom to shed light on your path, transforming your struggles into opportunities for growth and learning. Continuing our journey, let's explore more real-life applications. The sixth situation is the modern workplace. It's a battlefield of its own, with conflicting interests and power struggles. But if we apply the wisdom from the Sloka, we can approach our work with a sense of duty, not personal gain. We can strive for excellence and fairness, rather than power and dominance. The seventh scenario is our relationship with nature. In the face of climate change and environmental destruction, we're certainly on a battlefield. But if we remember our duty, as outlined in the Sloka, we can approach environmental stewardship with a sense of responsibility, not just self-interest. The eighth situation is our personal growth and development. Life is a constant struggle to improve and evolve. But the Sloka reminds us that the journey is as important as the destination. It's not just about achieving goals, but about learning, growing, and transforming along the way. Next, let's consider social justice. In a world rife with inequality and injustice, we're all soldiers in the fight for a better world. The Sloka advises us to act with righteousness, not just for our own benefit, but for the greater good. Lastly, consider the realm of politics. It's a field often marred by deceit and corruption, but the Sloka's wisdom can guide politicians and citizens alike to act with integrity, prioritizing duty over personal gain. These are just a few of the countless situations where the wisdom of the Bhagavad Gita's Sloka can be applied in the modern world. Whether we are battling in the workplace, fighting for social justice, or navigating the complexities of personal growth, the Sloka's message of duty, righteousness, and selflessness is as relevant today as it was thousands of years ago. So let's remember the wisdom contained in this ancient text and try to incorporate it into our daily lives. Let's approach our battles, big and small, with a sense of duty and righteousness. In every situation, the Bhagavad Gita's wisdom shines a guiding light. Today, we explored the profound wisdom of a single Sloka from the Bhagavad Gita. We delved into its deep meaning, unraveled its ancient Sanskrit words, and connected it to 10 modern scenarios. We hope this exploration has shed light on the timeless relevance of this sacred text and how it can guide us in our daily lives, even in the 21st century. Thank you for joining us on this enlightening journey. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay updated with more insightful videos from Jashwa Stories.